The interesting thing about high school is that while some students are 13, others are legally able to purchase cigarettes.
Welcome to Peacock Collegiate, a place where decades of individuals have survived the high school experience.
Constructed in 1931, the school was originally named Albert E. Peacock Technical High.
There's some people here in the building who will know a lot more about Peacock's history than us.
Some of them have been here for quite a while.
I've been in Moose Jaw for 31 years, and when I originally got transferred to Peacock from Riverview, that was one thing I was extremely excited about, is there's such a strong legacy and tradition of excellence in all of their athletic programs. If you look back, especially on the wall here, of all the history of all the different teams and individuals that have excelled, you will notice it's all the sports have been represented. So a strong tradition of excellence in all high school sport.
What I find really interesting about Peacock is that it has a really interesting history.
You wouldn't know this, but Peacock actually there was two schools in here. Another school was actually called Oxford Collegiate.
And then in the 60s it became Albert E. Peacock, named after a former principal and superintendent of the school division.
The gym used to be where the drama room is. So the drama room and the choir room, there was a big gymnasium down there. The auditorium's been that way since 1931, and that was the largest theater in the community, so people would come from all over to see it. There's statues on our property, and everybody knows about Winston Churchill. The oldest, no, not the oldest. It is the very first statue of Winston Churchill in the world.
And actually Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister of Great Britain, he saw the statue, saw a picture of it, and wrote a nice little letter in regards to the statue out front of our building. They're over here, it's kind of neat because here's an image of the student who posed for that picture.
Back in the 1940s and 50s, we had a big connection with the military. The odd time we'll find remnants from the 40s. In fact, we found one day we went under a stairwell, it was all locked up, and we found a bunch of flags that they would use people to train in the Navy how to do signals.
One very important thing that I know is that in 1986, one of the most amazing people to ever graduate from the school graduated. Me.
Lots of cool stuff, lots of history. Love it.
With age comes change.
Next, we ask the Peacock community what the student body is like today.
Well, I've actually seen a lot of changes athletically over the time that I was here. Probably the addition of different levels and more teams within a school would be the big things. Probably something that I've seen change negatively is sometimes just the commitment that kids are willing to put into athletics. So many kids have jobs on their plate, and I find a lot of kids, a job is a priority over getting involved in the school.
When I was in school as a student, if a student was struggling or they weren't coming to class, basically they were forgotten about and just kind of run along. Nowadays I think we do a lot more to help students. That's a nice change.
I think a lot of the opportunities that are growing are coming down to the development of the community and culture.
As a student at Peacock, I think that Peacock has a very diverse student body.
I'd say the student body at Peacock is pretty diverse.
Words cannot describe what I think of the student body.
I like all the kids here, they're all my friends, but I don't like the teachers.
But as it's diverse, everyone's really accepting of each other too, because I could literally come here every day in my pajamas and I don't really care or say anything about it.
I also feel like everybody gets along with everybody for the most part. There's not any really big cliques and stuff.
Well, the student body at Peacock is quite varied. There's, you can tell that by all the different clubs and things we have, like everything from the Dungeons and Dragons Club to Journey to Hope to the football team.
Like out of all the other schools, I definitely feel like there's more like kind of a hierarchy, but there's definitely everybody just has really low standards for each other.
A lot of schools have, but we have a lot of things that other schools don't have, and so that shows that we have a varied student body.
I would say welcoming, inviting, and tolerant.
There's something for everybody that they can get involved in.
Well, there's always a group for you here. So, for example, furries. We always have a few furries, and it's awesome because then they are furries together. Or cowboys. There's always a group of cowboys, etc. So, just very welcoming and inviting.
What are some things you love about Peacock?
As an athlete, it's really nice to have our facility, our gym, huge gym. so many amazing opportunities.
It's given me an opportunity to meet a bunch of new friends and a bunch of new coaches.
I think it's really cool that a high school could bring this kind of opportunity for us.
I have the opportunity to challenge myself and to improve every day.
Peacock Athletics have presented me with many opportunities to help me succeed as a student athlete.
Yes, we're all unique.
Peacock is
in our own
unique.
ways.
It's different.
Do you think Peacock is a good place to be?
If you have friends.
I like Peacock a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
I moved to Peacock in grade 10, halfway through grade 10. So I was new here a little while ago and I really like it.
I like going to school at Peacock.
I think it is. Apart from that, you know what I'm saying, I'm kind of lonely here. I'm the only Filipino here. Kind of just want to have more of my kind here in Peacock, but you know what I'm saying. It's still fun, you feel me?
We've journeyed through the environment that is Peacock Collegiate. We've learned a couple things.
Most people like it here. They could use a couple more Filipinos, and the opportunities are endless.
Hicks, skids, musical kids, mathletes and athletes. There really is something for everyone here at Peacock.
Thank you, Peacock Collegiate. Keep on keeping on.
In 1931, the school was originally named Peacock.
Technical high.
Of course, you're kind of scared, but you know, you feel there's, you know.
Peacock Athletics have presented me with many opportunities to help me. What are you doing?
31, the school which was.
Can I get my shower first?
They're amazing. Like you two?
Mr. Art, don't, you got come on, man. That's not how it's going. You can't say that. This is third person. You can't talk about us.
Should I start over?
No, I messed up.
Don't mention the alley kids, they don't want to be in the video.